The silence has been broken. Arne Slot held the most important press conference of the season ahead of the game against Bournemouth, and his words made it clear that the Liverpool fans know is changing. Between praise that sounded like a farewell to Andy Robertson and comments about Ibrahima Konaté, the manager revealed signs that the transfer strategy for the last 10 days of January will be decisive. The rumors about Robertson to Tottenham and Szoboszlai to Real Madrid gained weight with Slot's statements, showing that significant changes are underway at the club. The first clue came regarding the left-back position. Slot praised Milos Kerkez, saying the player is getting stronger and playing better every day at an elite level. For many fans, the message was clear. Robertson's exit is being prepared, and Kerkez's rise indicates that the club is planning the veteran's succession. With negotiations with Tottenham progressing, Slot practically confirmed that Robertson has one foot out of Anfield. Ibrahima Konaté's situation also drew attention. The centre-back will be unavailable for the Bournemouth match due to personal matters and needs time for himself and his family. Without Konaté and with Robertson set to leave, Liverpool's defense becomes a tactical challenge. The management is racing to secure priority in the negotiation for Micky van de Ven or to complete a deal with Ian Diomande, showing that the club is focused on maintaining defensive solidity. Regarding Dominik Szoboszlai and Real Madrid's interest, Slot praised the Austrian as a leader who sets an example and highlighted that he is the engine of the team both on and off the ball. According to the manager, Szoboszlai has improved significantly this season, playing with remarkable confidence. However, each compliment increases the player's value, convincing Real Madrid that investing €90 million is necessary. Slot seems to be valuing the player's presence, while also emphasizing the importance of keeping him in the squad. On January signings, Slot stated, "I don't expect arrivals, but if there's an opportunity, the club will try." He cited injuries to Federico Chiesa, Alexander Isak, and Connor Bradley as factors forcing the club to adapt. The message was clear. Liverpool is pressuring the FSG to turn market opportunities into signed contracts before the window closes. Arne Slot expressed confidence in securing a top four finish, but reality shows that Liverpool is in a critical period. Without Robertson, with Konaté absent and Chiesa injured, the squad needs reinforcements and immediate adjustments. Szoboszlai's future is also in question. Will he be the team's central figure, or will the club accept Real Madrid's offer? The press conference revealed important clues about Liverpool's strategies, keeping fans closely watching the developments of upcoming negotiations. Attention Liverpool fans! What once seemed like a distant rumor is now taking shape as a true battle of giants in the European market. According to reports circulating on major Madrid portals, Real Madrid is preparing a heavy bid to take Dominik Szoboszlai from Anfield. The Merengue board, led by Florentino Perez, is reportedly willing to table an offer of around €90 million for Liverpool's number 8. But the plan goes far beyond money. Behind the scenes, Real is working with the possibility of a future return of Jurgen Klopp to the Spanish club, and Szoboszlai has been identified as an absolute priority within this project. The Spanish media describes the Hungarian as the ideal player to lead Real Madrid's next generation in midfield, a complete athlete, technically gifted, intense, and with the personality to take the spotlight in big games. The numbers back up this interest. This season, Szoboszlai has accumulated goals, assists, and decisive performances, being recognized by outlets such as Sky Sports as one of Arne Slot's Liverpool stars. Within Anfield, the stance is of resistance. Liverpool has no plans to sell the player and has already started contract renewal talks. However, Szoboszlai's recent statements raised a warning flag. In an interview, he said he is happy at the club, but made it clear that in football, the future is never entirely predictable, leaving no doors fully closed. This scenario has turned the renewal into a race against time. Real Madrid watches from a distance, while Liverpool seeks to protect one of their midfield pillars. Even key voices from Hungary have expressed concern, warning that despite the prestige, a move to Real could mean losing the influence he currently has at Anfield. The battle is set. On one side, Real Madrid's ambitious project involving money, power, and the possible influence of Klopp. On the other, Liverpool's attempt to maintain loyalty, stability, and a player who has become the team's engine. The big question is simple. Is Szoboszlai untouchable, or can 90 million euros change everything? Share your opinion in the comments below. Micky van de Ven has become the central name in one of the quietest and most strategic movements in the English market. The Dutch centre-back from Tottenham is now seen internally by Liverpool as an absolute priority for the future of their defense, and it is precisely because of him that Andy Robertson's potential departure has gained much more weight than initially thought. Sources close to the Premier League market indicate that Liverpool will only proceed fully with the Robertson negotiation with Tottenham if there are clear advantages involving Van de Ven. It is not just about money. For the Anfield board, the Dutch defender represents a long-term project, someone capable of sustaining the defensive system for the years to come. Micky van de Ven is regarded as a rare centre-back in modern European football. Left-footed, extremely fast, dominant in the air, and with above-average tactical reading, he fits perfectly into the model Arne Slot wants to implement at Liverpool. Internally, the club sees him as the natural successor to Virgil van Dijk, not only due to nationality, but also because of his technical, physical, and mental profile. In addition, Van de Ven could cover a potential departure of Ibrahima Konaté, whose future remains uncertain. This is precisely why Liverpool's board sees the Robertson negotiation as a strategic opportunity. The 31-year-old Scottish left-back has recently lost playing time with the rise of Milos Kerkez and reportedly has a verbal understanding with Tottenham. Robertson is seeking minutes, prominence, and a new challenge in the Premier League, which the Spurs are willing to offer. However, Liverpool has made it clear behind the scenes that they will not release a club legend without structural return. The condition on the table was straightforward: full priority on signing Micky van de Ven if Tottenham decides to negotiate him in future windows. It is not an immediate swap, but a gentleman's agreement that could completely shift the balance of the English market. Tottenham, for its part, is responding firmly. Van de Ven is considered untouchable in North London. The Spurs board has set an internal valuation of around £100 million to ward off direct interest, especially from Liverpool and Manchester United. Additionally, the club is already considering a contract renewal with a significant salary increase to secure the player and reinforce his position as a key pillar of the sporting project. This impasse has created a true silent battle between the two clubs. Liverpool is betting on the time factor, on Tottenham's potential immediate need to complete Robertson's signing, and on the natural pressure of the market. The Spurs are trying to hold on to their main defensive asset, aware that losing Van de Ven could mean dismantling the team's backbone. For Arne Slot, the arrival of Micky van de Ven would represent a huge leap. The possibility of forming a defense with two elite Dutchmen, high-level ball progression, and the speed to play a high line is seen as an ideal scenario to turn Liverpool into one of Europe's most solid teams in the coming years. With the window approaching crucial moments, everything remains open. Andy Robertson's departure has ceased to be just an ordinary transfer and turned into a chess move involving one of the Premier League's most valued center-backs. The outcome may not happen immediately, but one thing is certain: Micky van de Ven is already on Anfield's radar, and very high. Thank you for following this story until here. Until next time.